So I had to admit in my first year, I was hyper focused on being efficient and following the systems that I found online. And that obsession caused me to be the opposite of my goal. First of all, the hardest part about writing, in my opinion, in my experience, is getting started, is to write 10,000 words. It's the one time I would advise you not to think about what other people are telling you, what you're telling yourself. Just mindlessly do it. Figure out a way to get it done. Because once you break through and you get that first chunk on the paper, then you realize, I can do this. And then I spent months working on the bones of the book without writing. That's what worked for me, but everyone has their own system. Don't be discouraged because you're not following the path that you think that other people are taking. In my experience, you got to figure it out for yourself. And I say that with all love. It's going to be longer and more arduous, but I think that that's ultimately the only way that it's going to work. I think it's really important to slow down and to focus on the details, even though your brain's telling you you're spending way too much time for this. To spend hours working on a paragraph or to be spending weeks working on your tertiary characters. In my opinion, that's where a lot of books probably come alive. So don't obsess over efficiency in the beginning. Spend months like I did, if you need to, going back and essentially going to school on certain literary topics. I've been writing for most of my adult life, but only when I started writing this book and taking it as a very serious endeavor did I have to have that hard conversation about what I didn't know. And don't hesitate to spend time working on the book outside of writing. I spent months working on the book before I started writing my core first draft. Even though I did write 10,000 words, 30,000 words, 5,000 words here, it wasn't until I had spent many months working on my story map, working on all my characters, working on my lore, working on my timeline, did I feel enabled at that point to sit down and put pen to paper on something I thought months before was all figured out. So be easy on yourself, work hard, don't give up, and don't be afraid to reinvent the wheel when it comes to your own process.